One certain kind of man appears to disregard all the norms when it comes to women. This mysterious type is known as the Sigma male. He has a way of keeping women guessing not because he's trying to, but just by being himself. He's confident but not cocky, independent but not aloof. He doesn't play games, but he's not an open book either. He's not the life of the party like an extrovert, but he's also not shy like an introvert. His actions don't fit the typical playbook, leaving women intrigued and perplexed by his behavior. First of all, they don't want for her attention with other men. One thing that makes women tense is when a Sigma man doesn't want for attention with other men. When other guys are around attempting to get attention, he remains composed and seems almost unconcerned. While most men may become louder or more assertive to stand out, the Sigma man doesn't feel the need to prove himself in this way. It's not because he isn't interested. He may like her a lot, but would never go out of his way to compete with other men. When women witness other men trying to do each other, his quiet confidence makes him stand out even more because, in his opinion, real attraction should happen naturally. There's no need to force it or try too hard. The Sigma man believes that genuine attraction should occur naturally, and he doesn't need to compete for attention. He knows his value and isn't seeking validation from others, especially not by trying to outshine other men, even though this may be different from what women are used to. This lack of competition actually demonstrates self-confidence and maturity, which is attractive in its own right. Second, they don't share much on social media. Although it's become common, Sigma men frequently don't follow this trend. Many women enjoy posting couple selfies, checking in at romantic date spots, or sharing mushy status updates about their significant other as a way to flaunt their ideal relationship to friends and followers. For a Sigma, privacy is not simply a choice, it is a basic value. He doesn't have to publicly demonstrate his relationship status, which might irritate women who want to make things happen or flaunt him. Facebook officials state that although Sigma guys may sometimes post on social media, you will never see them disclosing personal information about themselves. No postings celebrating long-term relationships, no romantic captions, and definitely no sharing of private information online. For some women accustomed to more gregarious partners, this behavior can be confusing because they may wonder why he doesn't want to share pictures of them together or tag them in posts. In reality, he simply feels that what happens between two people should stay between them and that he would rather enjoy the moment than worry about capturing it for likes. Third, Sigma males rarely offer compliments or flattery, which are things that most women are accustomed to hearing a lot of times. Guys typically believe that giving a girl praise is a surefire way to win her over. Sigma males simply don't see social media as a necessary part of a healthy relationship, and this approach to social media often extends to how they view their partner's online behavior as well. They may not understand the need for constant updates or feel uncomfortable with too much personal information being shared publicly. They think that sayings like, "You look amazing, you're so smart, and wow, you have the best smile," would help them get points. Women may even anticipate these kinds of remarks as if it were standard dating protocol, but with Sigma men, this isn't the case. It's not that they're impolite or don't find attractive or remarkable qualities. Rather, they simply don't feel the need to constantly brag about someone. When they do, it's sincere and comes from a genuine place rather than because they believe it will please her. For women who are accustomed to receiving a lot of flattery, this can be confusing because they may question whether the guy is even interested. This isn't about being difficult to get, it's just the way Sigma men act. They think that actions speak louder than words. So instead of saying you're amazing, they will demonstrate it by being there when it counts by listening intently and offering support. They don't want to be just another guy who says what a woman wants to hear, so they avoid flattering excessively to avoid coming across as fake or as though they are trying to gain points. Women may find this perplexing because it deviates from the norm. They're accustomed to constant validation, and when it's absent, they may start to doubt things. However, Sigma men may like them, but they show this in a different way by not constantly praising them. When they do, it's genuine and much more meaningful. This approach makes their words stand out more. A rare compliment from a Sigma man can mean much more because she knows it's genuine and she can trust that he truly feels that way. Fourth, they exhibit unexpected outbursts of passion. One thing that really perplexes women is that these men exhibit unexpected outbursts of passion. It can be like riding a roller coaster. One minute everything seems steady and calm, and then all of a sudden there's this intense energy coming from nowhere. They may be reserved and calm most of the time, but these outbursts can come out of nowhere. And the Sigma man may go from being a quiet observer to someone who can't stop talking about his latest interest, leaving her wondering. It's not that they're trying to be unpredictable, it's just the way they work. These sudden outbursts of passion happen when something really resonates with them. They may not always show it, but when they do, it's genuine and intense. Their passion isn't limited to hobbies or interests. It can also spill into their relationships. Without warning, they might arrange a surprise date or express their deep feelings in a way that makes her feel extremely special. What caused this change? This unpredictability may be both exciting and a little perplexing. Fifth, they use silence to gauge how she reacts. If there's one thing that can really catch a woman off guard, it's when a Sigma goes silent. And with these men, this silence isn't an accident. They frequently use quiet moments to gauge how she reacts. She may be accustomed to consistent displays of affection, but their abrupt and intense expressions can catch her off guard, even though it may be a little confusing. For Sigma men, silence is more than just a break from conversation. It's a way to observe and understand. They watch to see if she becomes anxious or frustrated, or if she remains calm and comfortable. Women may find this confusing because, let's face it, silence usually indicates that something is wrong, whether it's during a conversation or after a date. Their silence can make her wonder if she did something wrong or if he has lost interest. However, for Sigma men, silence isn't meant to create confusion or play mind games. It's about how a person handles herself in various situations. You might not believe it, but how someone responds to silence can reveal a lot about their character. They may say things they wouldn't normally or act differently just to fill the silence. Many women find it difficult to handle these quiet moments because they feel compelled to speak constantly, which others may see as manipulation. When under pressure, Sigma males just want to see her true self, which may be unsettling for some women, particularly those used to more expressive behavior. This calm attitude demonstrates a different type of connection than partners who constantly express their emotions. Sixth, they often provide space rather than hovering. Most guys tend to be around a lot. It's about shared moments and underlying understanding rather than what's stated. When they like someone, they want to spend as much time together as possible, so they text and phone often. Sigma men give more space than most, which can be confusing because they don't feel the need to constantly be around or text. They think that showing constant attention shows their interest, which may work for some, but it can also feel a little suffocating. Women may grow accustomed to this pattern because it's the norm and what they expect. Some women may find this disturbing at first since they're not accustomed to this method, particularly if they're attractive or have a lot of alternatives. But for Sigma guys, it's simply the way they do things. They let things develop gradually without hurrying into anything. They believe that things will develop at their own speed and don't feel the need to compete for attention or show interest all the time. This kind of conduct engenders mystery and interest. This is just a part of the Sigma male's natural way of being. He's not desperate to impress or win someone over and is secure enough to give the other person space. While most men might view this as a missed opportunity, women aren't used to a guy who isn't around all the time, so it makes them think more about what he's doing and what kind of person he is. They might wonder why he's not trying harder, or if he's really interested at all. They don't do it as a technique. It's simply how they are. Number 7. And they don't hurry to show her to their friends or family. Sigma guys understand that sometimes little is more, and that providing space may create a feeling of mystery and intrigue that many women find intriguing. Women sometimes assume that if a man really loves them, he would want to introduce them to his friends and family right once. It's almost like a relationship. Although there's nothing wrong with wanting to include someone in your inner circle, this milestone shows that he's serious and that things are becoming genuine. When dating, Sigma men prefer to spend more time alone getting to know a woman. They believe it's better to build a solid foundation before bringing in outside influences. This can be confusing to women because they may think the guy is trying to keep them out of his life, which is possible, but not for the reasons she may think. Introducing someone to family and friends too soon can put a lot of pressure on a new relationship because it can make the other person feel like they have to impress not just the guy but also everyone else. If things don't work out in the end, it could even lead to awkward situations. For some women, this could be a sign that the guy is not serious or hiding something. It's not personal, it's just their method of being sensible and avoiding needless hassles. They just want to make sure that everything is on solid ground before introducing others.